lot of you wonder, what am I doing up here? I don't sing, I don't dance, I don't play the tambourine, don't play an instrument. And it's really funny because I've been involved in theater and music and drama all my life. I went to a small Christian high school up in the Pacific Northwest. And I was heavily involved in touring choirs all the way from freshman, sophomore, junior, senior year of high school. And when I was 15 years old, I felt a calling to the ministry. This is not easy for me to talk about. For 40 plus years, I was out in the wilderness. I was doing things that I can't even talk about. God kept with me. After starting to take care of my mom and my uncle through their bad health, moving them in with me, I got to a point where I could not do my own business anymore. I had to take care of them 100%. So I started doing some work on my own out of the house for 11 years. I worked in the secular industry booking entertainment. And believe me, I've seen it all. And I've produced it all. There's stuff I've produced that I'd be embarrassed to tell you about. Mom and Uncle Cliff passed away. I moved around a little bit. And then the pandemic hit. I was deeply in debt. I owed people money that I should never have owed money to. I had my priorities wrong. And when this pandemic hit, business went to zero. And yet, in a year of pandemic, God saw fit to give me the means in a legal, honest way to clear those debts and make it right with people. And yet here I was, 40-some years later, still ignoring that call to the ministry. I got involved with a little music business down in Jeffersonville, Indiana. Started helping them do live streaming and working with some Opry shows that they were doing and doing camera work and marketing and that type of thing. And then they had to shut down because of the pandemic too. And one day Mark came to me and he said, Ray, do you know what this area is really missing? Is a presence of Southern gospel music in Southern Indiana. And I think you're the guy that could probably put it together. And I got down on my knees and I said, God, should I do this? In a short 6 months, we had sponsors that had people that helped us get it on the ground. And today, I have to say, Lord, you waited for 40 years. And one day you looked at me and said, I'm opening one more door for you. Go through it. I don't regret walking through that door. And that's my ministry, is bringing gospel music to people outside. And what's really cool is we do this in a venue. It's not a church. We do it in a venue that brings in young and old that are into the rock and roll and all that other stuff, walking through that store. And we do a concert at 1 o'clock in the afternoon. And we've got people that have never heard of Jesus listening to those concerts. And we've had people that have literally slowly walk through those doors and sit down and listen to the message of Jesus Christ. Thank you, Lord. And I want to thank all of you for giving me the opportunity to associate and fellowship with you. And with that said, I want you to write down a web address, because I'm inviting all of you. It's about an hour and a half from here, Jeffersonville, Indiana. The second Saturday of every month, we do 2 concerts, one at 1 o'clock and one at 4 o'clock. We bring in different groups from around the region. It's called the Highway 62 Jubilee.org. please look us up. And we hope maybe one day you can be a part of it as well. Thank you for listening. Thank you.